works on is done.
Yeah, because you clicked L2.
Ladies and gentlemen, lend me your ears and your eyes. Diva Divine Light, live from Brooklyn, New York. Don't delay it, what you saying, yo? With my diamond, with the dilly, yo. When I'm in your mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While I'm in the club, I be while in the studio. You don't wanna ride me, nigga, really and truly, yo. My main thug, nigga, named Moody, yo. He moody, yo. Like a nigga that'll slap me with the tootie, yo. Bitch, niggas get a death at studio. Fuck that, look at shorty, she up in the studio. The way you shake it, make me wanna get all in the booty, yo. But don't delay it, what you saying, yo? Diva Divine Light. You're watching Diva, the Divine Light, a fun-loving, caring, passionate person who talks about sex, celebrity, and real-life issues, and even abuse. So hit that like button and make sure you share the show. My heart beat, see what you got to me. Put more than hands with my eyes to see. Drop up, dollar in the face to be. If you feel my heart beat, see what you got to me. Put more than hands with my eyes to see. Drop up, dollar in the face to be. If you feel my heart beat, see what you got to me. Put more than hands with my eyes to see. Drop up, dollar in the face to be. If you feel my heart beat, see what you got to me. Put more than hands with my eyes to see. Drop up, dollar in the face to be. If you.
Here comes the pitch, and it comes in large. On the curveball.
Yo. What's up, my ladies? Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to some. How's everybody doing today? It is Monday. The best day of the week, right? We get it started. That's right. Please don't forget to hit that like button on your way in. Thank you very much. And shout out to His Lordship for my audio intro. I'm waiting on the visuals. They should be coming shortly, guys. They should be coming shortly. You will have a visual to go with the music shortly. Shout out to His Lordship. Please go and subscribe to his channel. He does intros. You can inquire more by going to his channel. Shout out to you, Lordship. Good morning. Let's see who's here. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, West Coast. Good morning, Cal's Tears. Good morning, Rocking with the Truth. Indigo. Hello, good morning, my sisters. Good morning. Okay, guys, be in the bushes. Love y'all. Hey, Bev. Wings. What's up, R&B Trina? Hello. Oh, you're off? Hey, that's what's popping. What's up, mama? That's what's up. So, guys, I'm going to come on and do a live later on with Miss Esquire. And we're going to talk about this lawsuit that is in the Supreme Court of the state of New York and the county of New York. Okay. And it's Lizette, Lisa, Kelly, Faith, Roderick, and Jem. And they are plaintiffs against Don the Con Russell, Robert Sylvester Kelly, RSK Enterprise, and ND Build. And shout out Sylvia. Thank you for the commentary and for the information. Thank you very much. I got my own copy now. Thank you. So we are going to discuss this summons that was filed on December 1st. And Miss Esquire will come on with us later on. And we also will have a special guest coming on as well. So it will be me, Miss Esquire, and a special guest. Okay, and that will be happening tonight at 8 p.m., guys. So I will be throwing up a thumbnail and set your reminders for 8 p.m. tonight. That's East Coast time. Okay, so that would be 5 p.m. on the West Coast and 7 p.m. Central time. Okay, and for those who are on the other side of the world that are 5 hours ahead of us in the UK, our friends in the UK, that would be 8 p.m. Let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 a.m. for you guys. So if you want to come and watch it, guys, with us, 1 a.m., hopefully you guys will be up. And it'll probably be about maybe an hour live, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hour tops, no more than that. All right. So, hey, shorty. Nicole, what's up, mamita? Good morning, everybody. All right, so does that sound good, guys? Give me a thumbs up if that sounds good, y'all. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you guys will be with me. And here with our guest, Miss Esquire, Miss Empire, and Miss Empowered Esquire TV will be our guest. And I will also have a special guest come on and talk about this lawsuit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to basically read off what the lawsuit is, what's in the lawsuit. Okay. And Miss Esquire, I gave her a copy of the document. So she will just break it down in, her legalese for us. She will break down all the legal terms and what this could mean and, how this happened and, all the things we don't know that we need to know legally. So, okay. It will be 8 p.m. East Coast time, 7 p.m. Central time, 5 p.m. West Coast time, and 1 a.m. in the UK. Okay? All right, guys. Hey, Truth Strong.
Oh, I got no fucking motherfucker.
That's fine, guys. I know it's early, guys. I know a lot of you guys are in the bushes listening, driving, working, whatever it is you guys are doing. Do what y'all do. I love y'all all, whether you're in the chat or you're in the bushes. Hello. Daboski. Hey.
Somebody's next to you, Orange. Set the floor.
Okay, Debo.
Oh,
Sorry about the background noise, guys. My family's here. You already know the deal, guys.
I fucking died every time I land.
Can't even live for a minute. Just grab my glass.
Good morning, Sierra. Hi, Mama. Long time no see. Hey, Joanne. What's up, baby? Hey, Keen. What's up, boo-boo? Long time no see, guy. So you guys know, the entertainment in the background. The boys are always playing. The husband came home from work. And, he's playing with his brother on the game. That damn... What do you play over there?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. They're playing the Call of Duty. My son's in the background. He already finished his classes for the day. Yeah. So it's a mess back here, guys. Help me get through it, y'all.
I'm telling you, he's a curse.
All right, baby. No problem, Tears. Don't worry, Mama. That's what we got the replay button for, baby. Yes, please make sure you hit the like buttons. Thank you, Nicole. And please make sure you put Larry's Cash App throughout the chat, guys. And if anybody has Larry's Etsy business link, please put it in the chat as well. Thank you. And anyone else who is a content creator who has a business, please put your business in the chat. Promote your business, okay? Yeah, exactly. His books and commentary, Shorty. Exactly. That's why I said, it's okay. When the supporters donate to R. Kelly, remember all his money, he has frozen assets right now, guys. Okay? His assets are frozen. He just got served with the forfeiture for being convicted in the Eastern District of New York for the racketeering and the Mann Act charges. 9 counts. He's convicted. They had a forfeiture. These girls will get money from that forfeiture. Plus, he also owes money to his taxes.
I'm telling you.
Plus, he still owes money on his property that he bought, plus the studio and things of that nature that he needs to pay back. So all that money is tied up and it's frozen. So all that money he gets in commissary, it does get paid for his bills. He's paying Jocelyn's bills. He still has a home, right? He has to pay that rent. So every time the supporters put money in, that's what they're paying for. They're helping out with support, paying for his legal fees, his tax issues, the monies that is owed, his child support, Jocelyn's rent, all that stuff. His commissary while he's in jail, they help pay for all that. All that comes into play. Hey, fat boy. Hey, Karen. Hey, Shorty. Blue Lagoon. Hello. Good morning, guys. Oh, my God, Karen, that is funny. Excuse me, guys. Remember, I'm still a little sick, too. So, pardon me. All right. So, like I said, I'm going to come back tonight, and we're going to break this down with Miss Esquire. But what I want to do is just read the actual lawsuit. Okay?
Yo, right here in the bottom. Oh.
All right. So, I'm going to go off screen, guys. You know how I work. I'm going to go off screen. Unfortunately, I don't have 2 computers. That would be great. Which I'm going to work on because I think I'm going to upgrade my laptop. I have a laptop. There's nothing wrong with it. I can just bring it into a shop and upgrade the whole thing and pay for it. You know what I mean? Hey, Flawless. Hi, Mamita. Yes, Flawless, do me a favor, sweetheart. Please put up your channel link for your Instagram for your business, please. Please put the link to your Instagram business, mommy, your t-shirts, please. And then Uncle Sam, of course, Uncle Sam's got to take his money. You know that. All right. So, all right, guys. So I'm going to go off screen, guys. Pardon me for a little bit. I have my phone in front of me. So every so often I will get a chance. My phone is good. I'm at good percentage right now. So that's how I'll be able to see you guys. If I miss a comment or something, my apologies, or anyone who's coming to the building. Hello to everyone. And please make sure you hit the like button. And if you would like to donate to the channel, you know my Cash App. Please, guys, for those who know my Cash App, put my Cash App in there. Or you can also donate to the Super Chat. I do have a Super Chat, guys. I am monetized. I will be paying taxes, okay? I am a tax-paying citizen, okay? So, yes, YouTube is my part-time job. Yes, it is for a stay-at-home mom like me. This is a good business. Yes, it is. So yes, please support the channel if you can. It helps pay for my monthly fees for certain article magazines that I'm subscribed to. It also helps me pay for my Pacer. It also helps me pay for the internet service that I use. And it also helps me pay for my StreamYard, which I pay monthly now. All right, guys. So thank you for the donations. It's very well appreciated. And for those who are members, thank you as well, because that also pays me as well monthly. And thank you for your support of $1.99 a month. It's not a lot, but it is appreciated. And I thank you guys for being members. So who else is in the building? Kissy Brewer from Baltimore. Hello. Hi. I hope you're a good person and you're not a troll, okay? Because you will get the boot, okay? You will get the boot, all right? So keep it classy. If you are a classy person, hello, Kissy Brewer. Hi. T-Bam, what's up, mama? Good morning. And for those of you who did not email me yet, I'm going to put my email up, by the way, guys. Here's my email. Okay. That's my Cash App at the bottom. I also have Zelle. And I also have PayPal, y'all. And if you would like to donate to Larry and his children for Christmas time, or Larry himself, or Janine, would you like to support the family? Please do so. Can someone put in Janine's Cash App in the chat? Thank you. As the commentary is going along, that would be great if you guys can do so with that. Thank you. And guys, if you guys, like I said, anybody who has a business, please drop your links in the chat. Promote yourself, okay? It's Christmas time and everybody needs business, period. Hey, Latrice, what's up, mama? Hey, Karen A. Ruby, what's up? What's up, mama? I'm glad too, sweetheart. Thank you, Tears. And everyone else that's putting the Cash Apps throughout the chat. Thank you. All right. So, as I said, for those who did not give me your addresses, please give me your addresses. Maybe at the end of the live, I'll go through it. Oh, my keyboard is stuck. Oh, shit. I'm telling you, I have to get a whole new desk because my son has ruined my desk. You owe me a desk.
You don't show me. I try to tell you. This happens all the time.
Right, yeah. It happens all the time because you're rough.
No, because people put their stuff on there.
Who puts what stuff on where?
You had the stuff like this being heavy, so then it got pushed down.
I didn't do anything but try to pull it out.
Then that's why.
Don't fight with me. Take it out for me.
I already put it back up.
Thank you.
The way you put it back up, take your hand like this, grab the back of it, and just pull it up with your
Yeah, you're an expert. Yeah. I wonder why.
Because that always happens.
Because you're the one who wants to be heavy all the time on my stuff.
Blame me. Blame yourself.
Yeah, I'm blaming you because you're on my computer more than I am, sir.
Get the fuck out of here, yo.
Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Family quarrels, you know. Over here, we the Brady Bunch, okay?
All you do is blame me.
We the Brady Bunch over here, okay? Yes, Christmas time, and a lot of these bitches broke, worried about donating to Larry. Yes, stop worrying about that, guys. Please stop worrying about that. Over here, we're family. We are entitled to donate to whoever we like to donate to. Okay? Stop being a hater your whole life. Thank you. Thank you, Karen, for the for Larry's shop. Thank you, mama. Yes, thank you, Sierra. Thank you, guys. All right, now that we got all the hateration out of the way, and we will continue to support our people throughout the chat. whether you like it or not. It's none of your business, okay? And like I said to the ladies who did not drop your addresses to my email to receive your gifts, please do so. For those who did, I received it. I'm sorry I did not respond to your email, but I will respond to your email as soon as I send the gifts to the post office, which will be this weekend. So those who already sent me the email, I will be sending out your gifts this weekend. Okay, so guys, please, if you can, for those who did, please email me so I can ship everybody's Christmas gifts out at the same time. Thank you.
0 kills, bad. And 100
Okay. All right, baby. I will in a little bit, mama.
Come on, Dad, get 1 kill. Just
All right. Flawless, what you have to do, sweetheart, is when you go to your page, right? There should be 3 dots on the page. Those 3 dots, hit it. It should say something to share. Click that button. And what you're going to do is you're going to, after you click the share, it should say an option to copy link. You're going to hit the copy link. And then it will be on your phone or whatever it is you're on. And then you can come back to the chat and you can paste it. Okay? Yes, guys. All right.
behind you.
And for those of you guys, if you guys do renege on your gifts, I will, try again and see if anybody else will accept the gifts. Okay.
Finally.
All right. Let me get my banner out of the screen here.
It's still on the 3rd floor.
Okay. Now I'm going to go off the screen, guys.
Yep.
Let me get a sip of water here.
Oh, we got niggas on loadout. Oh, we got niggas on loadout. Shit. Fuck.
All right, now you have to excuse me as well. I don't have glasses, so some words are going to be, I'm going to sound a little weird reading. But like I said, this is a lawsuit that was filed in the Supreme Court of the state of New York by Lizette Martinez, Lisa Van Allen, Kelly Rogers, Faith Rogers, Roderick Gartrell, and Jem Pratz. Okay? And these were the people that were in the Surviving R. Kelly screening, the premiere screening in Manhattan. Okay, and they're suing for emotional distress. And they're suing Don Russell, R. Kelly, as well as RSK Enterprise and Don Russell's business, the Indie Build Corp. Okay, and those are the defendants, and this came out December 1st, y'all. For those who didn't know.
What the fuck, yo? Oh,
and now it says that the above named defendants, okay, which we said were Don and RK and the businesses. It says you are hereby summoned to answer the complaint in this action and to serve a copy of your answer. Or if the complaint is not served with this summons, to serve a notice of appearance on the plaintiff's attorneys within 20 days after the service of this summons, exclusive of the day of service, where service is made by delivery upon you personally within the state or within 30 days after completion of service, where service is made in any other manner. In case of your failure to appear or answer, judgment will be taken against you by default for the relief demanded in the complaint. So for what I believe and to what I think I could understand, but we'll get more explanation from Miss Esquire later. But from what I read here, it's saying that this is a complaint and that the defendants, R. Kelly and Don Russell, need to answer to this complaint, okay, within 20 days after December 1st, which is the date of the service of this, which was December 1st. So they have till January 1st, more or less, to answer this.
It's like a Dorito.
Okay?
After you eat cheese,
And if they don't answer this complaint within the next 30 days from December 1st,
you ate all
then
you ate all 8 last night or whatever.
they will, if they fail to answer, then judgment will be taken against by default.
There's many more.
So I gather that means that they will automatically lose the case and the plaintiffs will win. Just like what happened with Heather Williams. Remember when she made a civil complaint against R. Kelly and he was in jail at the time and he was served while he was in jail, but he couldn't read or understand what was going on. So he didn't answer. His lawyers didn't answer for him. Brian Nick, who was the lawyer at the time, decided to leave the case.
Oh, what if that's the guy?
He had quite a few lawyers drop out of the civil case between his divorce lawyer and also his civil lawyer. They quit. They quit. Brian Nix, the other women, and the 2 women that were on his civil case as well as the divorce lawyer. And she wound up suing R. Kelly because he owed her money.
76 shots.
So,
76
yeah.
shots to kill one player.
So if this doesn't happen, then by default, the girls automatically win. The plaintiffs automatically win. So
What are you aiming at?
we should be hearing from this soon. I have to register now with the Supreme Court now, so I can get updates on this case. So now this is something else I'm going to have to pay for because I'm going to keep up with this. Okay, so please, donations are appreciated, guys. Thank you.
Daddy bears. Daddy bears.
Thank you, Karen J. Thank you, sister.
I prefer the other ones.
So, all right. And like I said, this was dated December 1st, 2021, y'all. Okay. Let me see if I can highlight anything. Okay.
Say the piece one more time. I'm going to.
All right. So, yeah. So this was dated. Okay.
Next crate is downstairs. Go get the next crate.
All right.
Behind you. Go get the next
Now.
crate. Behind you.
Now, this is interesting, guys.
Behind you downstairs.
So it's crazy because they served R. Kelly in jail.
Oh, there's another one. Yeah, I want another one.
The next crate.
They served him in jail. Now, remember what I just said about his other lawsuit when he received it in jail. He got it, but nothing here. It doesn't say anything about sending it to his lawyers. So is that going to be another issue? And this is being sent to the business, which RSK Enterprise LLC is no longer in service. There. It's I don't think their business is open, right? I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can find out. I'm gonna try to do a little research on that and see if the business is still open, if it's still there.
I prefer the regular ones.
Okay. So that I found that to be kind of interesting.
What are you aiming at, bro?
All right.
Watch this.
Okay, so
What were you aiming at? It kind of like, remember when Mom played Black Ops 1 in New
all right, so it talks about the introduction. We're not gonna go into that. Wait, is this the one? Wait. Oh, okay, yes. Okay, yes. We need to go into the introduction. Yes. Okay, so now the introduction is very important. It's going to tell us what the civil action is about. So, this civil action,
Let's see what you picked up.
this is a civil action to recover damages for serious harm, trauma, and emotional distress resulting from defendants and others, known and unknown, who intimidated, harassed, and threatened plaintiffs and other young women in order to stop them from participating in an event intended to publicize their personal experiences of sexual, physical, and mental abuse at the hands of Robert Sylvester Kelly and the collection of individuals and companies making up Kelly's inner circle, here in Inner Circle, that helped Kelly recruit, traffic, control, abuse, harass, and silence these same individuals.
See, he's in your party, Dad.
Okay?
Yeah, play this one.
And as we know, these are the parties: Lizette Martinez, Lisa Van Allen,
Start it.
Roderick Gartell, Kelly Rogers, Faith Rogers, Jem Pratt, and the defendants are Don Russell. Okay. And it says that at all relevant times, defendant Russell served or held himself out. Listen to that. All at all relevant times, herein defendant Russell served and / or. It could be and or it could be or, right? Remember that legalese term, right? And means or, right? So he either served or held himself as someone who served R. Kelly. It could be that R. Kelly said, yes, he works for him, or he said himself that he worked for R. Kelly. Right?
He didn't leave. Send him an invite.
So they're saying that he worked as Kelly's manager, current advisor, joint venture. I found that to be a funny word in there. Joint venture, guys. His joint venture. Agent and representative, servant to R. Kelly, and employee, guys.
Hello.
Principal and management company and or representative. And also the defendant, Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as Kelly, who is a citizen of the MDC in Brooklyn, my hometown. Brooklyn, Sunset Park. Big up, Sunset Park, hometown.
Oh, wow.
And as well as the defendant of RSK's business, his company. Okay. And it also talks about, it says the support and arrest of U.S. Russell. It talks about his indictment in here. Okay. And then it speaks about the purpose of the inner circle was to promote his music, so they said, and the brand, and to recruit women and girls to engage in illegal sexual activity. Right? So we all know R. Kelly's history. It mentions again Don Russell's indictment as well, as far as within the enterprise. So, they did connect Don Russell as part of the enterprise as well. And, RSK's trademark is R. Kelly. Okay. And this is his business. Okay. And they're also being in this lawsuit as well. Ooh, that smells good. My husband just came over with a bowl of cereal of Raisin Bran with bananas in it. And came over to me and put it in my face like, smell this. Like, Lord, I cannot. So they're also saying that at the time of the acts and inactions that give rise to hearing cause of action, Russell was the founder and president and CEO of Indie Build Corp. So they're also getting him and his business. And upon information and belief at the relevant times, Don Russell acted as the defendant's duly and authorized agent. So he acted under direction of R. Kelly. More or less, that's what it's saying, that he allegedly worked under the direction of R. Kelly, and he did the things that he did because of R. Kelly, because he wanted to do things for R. Kelly because of himself, as well as doing certain things for R. Kelly as an employee, as an agent all around for him. Right? And that the defendants were part and played a role in Kelly's inner circle. All right. So now it says that, as we understand, upon information believed, each defendant, whether specifically named or designated in this complaint, was the agent, the representative, servant, employee, joint venture, and each of the remaining co-defendants, and in doing the acts alleged herein. Okay? So everything in here is alleged, right? And has to be proven in court. All right? And it says that they were alleged that they were acting within an inner circle, okay, as an agency to do such harm that they're claiming in here.
Yo, he was sitting in that corner. What a ball.
Okay, and it says that all defendants, including its leadership, membership, associates, actual apparent, and ostensible agents, servants, employees, and independent contractors functioned as a continuing unit for common purpose of achieving several objects, including but not limited to promoting R. Kelly's brand, and as well as engaging in illegal sexual activity and protecting R. Kelly's brand and other actions of omission. Okay, silencing any individual to disclose information that could be harmful to R. Kelly's reputation. And then they talk about R. Kelly. They talk about Russell's indictment as far as talking about that. Okay. Intimidating witnesses and things of that nature.
Someone's outside.
All right. So they list everybody. They say, in fact, the defendants, together with the employees, they talk about managers, bodyguards, drivers, accountants, personal assistants, runners, individuals associated with him, which is his entourage, right? That they all engaged in racketeering as an enterprise. Okay, it was proven that he had a racketeering going on, and he was CEO of that racketeering enterprise, and he had all these working parts underneath him to help him move all these girls around, travel back and forth, giving them money, sending them on trips, things of that nature, bringing them on tours, putting them in hotels. All of these things happened because of him and his team, his camp, his entourage, his team of parts. Without these people, he couldn't have done none of this. Not all by himself. Right? Now we all know that it talks about as well the trial testimony, okay, and that he was found guilty and convicted of racketeering and multiple predicate acts for illegal sexual misconduct with minors and also sexual exploitation of minors, bribery, coercion, and forced labor, made clear that R. Kelly's enterprise would not only engage in music, as alleged, but for 3 decades, the enterprise was at the direction of R. Kelly that preyed upon young women and teenagers whose dreams of meeting him and being a superstar soon turned into a nightmare of rape, child pornography, and forced labor. Okay? See press release. R. Kelly charged with racketeering, including predicate acts of coercing and transporting minors and girls to engage in sex. It was an article put out by the Department of Justice, the Attorney's Office, Eastern District of New York, on July 12, 2019. The State from Homeland Security Investigation Special Agent in charge, Maria Cruz Melendez. Okay. So we all know what happened there. And he was convicted. Okay. So it talks about as well as R. Kelly's fame and his predatory reign. Okay. And it talks about how in 1989, Kelly gained national recognition when he and 2 other singers, all together part of a band called MGM, Musical Gifted Men or Mentally Gifted Men, right? And they released a song called Why You Want to Play With Me and performed other musical performances on television. Though the group disbanded shortly after the release of R. Kelly's single, which gained recognition in 1991, and he was signed by Jive Records. In 1992, he released the album, okay, Born into the 90s, right? Then in 1993, he released his 12 play, and it goes on and on and on and talks about his, his good deeds and all of that, right? Then it talks about the marriage that was annulled months later, okay? And we all know that it was proven that the marriage was there. There was sexual contact between the two, okay? You see? Kelly was convicted of the aid of his inner circle by bribing the state employee to create an identification card for her, which she was 15 at the time, so that Kelly could marry her because he believed she was pregnant, and therefore the marriage could keep him out of prison, right? And then it talks about his indictment. Okay, and then it talks about another press release where it says R. Kelly convicted of all counts by federal jury in Brooklyn. And that came up at the Department of Justice, United States Attorney, September 27, 2021. Then it talks about 1995, how he got his Grammy, You Are Not Alone. Talks about him being 200 on the charts, yada, yada, yada. How he was this, big superstar and how he made a lot of money. Then it talks about that 1997, Tiffany Hawkins filed a complaint against him for inappropriate sexual conduct beginning in 1991, when Hawkins was 15 up until October of 1994. And at that time, I believe she was 18. So this case was settled in 1998. Okay. Then around May of 1999, October of 99, R. Kelly was charged with and recently convicted of engaging in sexual exploitation with a minor with the aid of those agents and or members of his inner circle who worked with Kelly, assisted engaging and getting away with the criminal act to protect R. Kelly and his brand. And then it says, see the superseding indictment of U.S. Kelly, Eastern District of New York, and then the press release about his indictment. And it talks about 2000 and his Grammys and how he worked with, what's-his-face, Jay-Z. I need to get my guns back. It's over here. Then it talks about also that how he, the Sun-Times reported that it received the videotape with R. Kelly with a minor. Then March on 2002, he released another album with Jay-Z, The Best of Both Worlds, and yada yada. And then in 2002, in June, he was indicted in Chicago on child pornography charges. And then he was later acquitted in 2008. They also talk about 2003, how he was arrested in Florida at a hotel on child pornography charges, but they threw that out of court. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, so it talks about all the way up, up until his business on October 2016, where he did his album, his Christmas album, and talks about how the underage women and failed to take action to help plaintiffs or any of the similarly situated young women likely to protect R. Kelly's brand. Like they didn't care. They didn't care. Okay, then it talks about the Surviving R. Kelly docuseries.
No, come on, I dropped one. There's three. Oh,
okay.
Don't just skip it. Nice, go buy it back.
So now here, it talks about the defendants escalating attempts to cancel the premiere screening of Surviving R. Kelly. Cease and desist email to Newhouse. So on December 4th, 2018, Newhouse, in collaboration with Lifetime television channel, was scheduled to host premiere screening of docuseries Surviving R. Kelly. Here in the screening complaint, United States versus Russell, okay, Guests, inclusive of all hearing plaintiffs to the screening, were expected to arrive at Newhouse on December 4th, 2018, approximately 6:30 p.m. The screening was scheduled to occur from approximately 7 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Look how fast they
and with a panel discussion to be held following its conclusion. The participants in the panel discussed included survivors of R. Kelly's sexual, physical, and mental abuse, including plaintiffs who appeared in the docuseries. Throughout the day of the screening, Russell, along with at least one associate or member of within Kelly's inner circle, conspired about ways to prevent the docuseries from airing utilizing their personal phones, a phone issued to defendant Indie Build Corp that Russell was using, and email. Importantly, the Indie Build Corp phone that defendant Russell used in furtherance of the scheme described herein, which led to plaintiffs' great emotional distress, trauma, and harm, is subscribed to in the name of defendant Indie Build Corp, United States versus Russell Supra. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me go on mute for a moment. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to step away. I had to start lunch, so it's leftovers for today. rice with yellow rice with pork loin. That's what they're having.
We're having a 5-star meal.
Yeah, right. Uh-huh.
It's got 6 different meals.
Yeah.
Pork, beef.
Okay, so it says that
and
this phone subscribed to in the name of defendant Indie Bill Corp was seized from defendant Russell's person by law enforcement in or about July of 2019 when law enforcement executed a judicially authorized search warrant in connection with the investigation of the crime which gives rise to the civil action. So that's why they wound up doing the civil action, okay, because of his crime. And the phone was seized. There went their evidence. Now, on December 4th, 2018, defendant Russell, along with other individual, drafted a cease and desist from both his personal and business email accounts to Lifetime executives and Newhouse in an effort to prevent the screening, a fact not in dispute given defendant Russell's admission. It says a fact not in dispute given Russell's admission. Okay? It couldn't be disputed. Throughout this day, Russell and the other individual communicated via Russell's personal phone, a phone subscribed to IndieBuild, phone, and other devices. The cease and desist draft email expressed his concerns. He was so concerned about R. Kelly regarding the upcoming Surviving R. Kelly production that he couldn't help himself but to throw himself out there so he can go to jail and sit right next to R. Kelly, guys. That's how much he loves R. Kelly. The draft email also noted, by now, I'm certain you and your production team have met the acquaintance of the alleged survivors and had ample time to witness the character of each woman and or parent individually. Hold on, I went too fast, y'all.
I got him with the assassination.
Then it says that at approximately 6:18 p.m., a person using the defendant IndieBuild Corp cell phone claiming to represent Kelly called Newhouse and spoke to Newhouse employee and informed the employee that he intended to serve a cease and desist letter on Newhouse to prevent the screening of Surviving R. Kelly. This call lasted a little under 7 minutes long. Approximately 50 minutes later, 6:58 p.m., a cease and desist letter was emailed to Newhouse from a person purporting to be an attorney, demanding in substance and in part that Newhouse not go forward with the screening. Thereafter, Russell and another individual who, upon information and belief, is a member of Kelly's inner circle, made efforts to determine if the screening was going forward. And that was who he spoke to, which we all know was Cash Jones. He spoke to Cash Jones and asked Cash Jones, do you know if they're still doing this? Yes, they are. They're still going on with it. This is what's happening. And at that time, allegedly, she was with her cousin, Michael Williams. So specifically, at 6:59 p.m., a phone associated with a relative of the other inner circle individual called Newhouse. Two minutes later at 7:01 p.m., a cell phone associated with Russell's phone,
I
called
watched-
Newhouse.
Okay, yeah.
Moreover, between approximately 7:03 and 7:05 p.m., there was a communication via text message and voice calls between the cell phone associated with Russell and the cell phone associated with the other inner circle individual, aka Cash Jones.
See? Yeah, and he knows where I'm at all times. Yeah. Go off. Just kill yourself.
Now, most relevant, a call at approximately 7:04 p.m., a phone associated with Russell texts the other inner circle individual asking, are they continuing with the screening? And the cell phone associated with the other individual replied, yes. At all times relevant herein, Russell and Indie Build Corp was acting individually and as a apparent, ostensible, and or actual agent of all herein defendants, and that each defendant was the agent, representative, master, servant, employee, principal, joint venturer, enterprise, management company, and or representative of each of the remaining co-defendants, and in doing the acts alleged herein, was acting within the course and scope of such agency.
That's the same guy I'm saying.
Employment in joint venture, enterprise agreement, management company agreement, and or service with the approval, knowledge, authority, permission, and or consent of the remaining defendants. So they're saying here that R. Kelly allegedly knew about all of this. That R. Kelly went along with all this shit. R. Kelly knew all about this. He knew that these people were doing this.
Like, don't join a game if you're going to go AFK the second you.
Oh my God, my son is raging. Oh my Lord, have mercy. Hold on one second, guys.
It's really pissing me off.
All right, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
Annoying.
Josh.
Shut up. Don't Josh me. I'm ticked off.
Okay, my son is raging. He's upset.
It's not raging! What's the point? If you join a match just to go AFK! What the frick?
Okay.
Yo, who sucks?
Now, Joshua, please.
Don't suck at me. I'll throw suck right back at you.
Okay, now. Then it talks about how Russell calls the NYPD and the New York Fire Department in effort to disrupt the screening.
Yeah, you.
Okay? So when the cease and desist letter failed to prevent the screening, the defendant Russell and other members of Kelly's inner circle, inclusive of defendants, continued in their efforts to disrupt the screening. So specifically, the following calls were made to law enforcement located near Newhouse. It says A. At approximately 7:14 p.m., the IndieBuild Corp phone called a number for the NYPD Midtown South Precinct, which is 1.4 miles away from Newhouse. B. At approximately 7:14 p.m., Russell's cell phone called NYPD Transit District 4 Precinct, a precinct that is located approximately 0.6 miles away from Newhouse. C. Importantly, Russell attempted to conceal his misconduct by blocking his number by dialing *67 prior to making the call. This is why we call him *67, y'all. *67.
Hey, yo, where the fuck that nigga come from? Yeah, but
He could have assassinated you.
well, that nigga came out of fucking nowhere.
Okay. Now, at approximately 7:23 p.m., the IndieBuild Corp phone called the Fire Bell Club of New York, an organization associated with New York City Fire Department, located approximately 0.3 miles from Newhouse. And then at approximately 7:25 p.m., a IndieBuild Corp phone called the New York City Fire Department headquarters. F. At approximately 7:27 p.m., Russell called the Fire Bell Club of New York again. Then at approximately 7:27, Russell called 311, the state of New York's general number for non-emergency services. Now, Russell and IndieBuild Corp, members of Kelly's Inner Circle, make threatening calls to Newhouse executives, causing plaintiffs to be in great fear of their life and causing them emotional distress. Let me take another sip of my water. Now, at approximately 7:36 p.m. and 7:37 p.m. on the same day, Russell called executives at Newhouse, threatening them by saying, "The cops may be sick. The cops may be arriving shortly, and that someone at the screening had a gun and was going to shoot up the place." Okay, now I'm going to say it again. It was not a bomb threat. It was a gun threat. It was a threat that somebody was going to shoot up the screening and everyone in it. Everyone that was in there watching the screening and the premiere, someone was going to shoot up the place. That's what that was about. The Newhouse employee relayed the impending active shooter threats to the security guards working the event, as well as the manager for Newhouse, and called 911 dispatcher. Plaintiffs both attended the screening and were present in the building while the threats of impending active shooter, crime, catastrophe, and/or emergency were being made, causing substantial amounts of emotional fear and stress, trauma, and distress. Ultimately, the screening was canceled, and the guests, inclusive of plaintiffs, were notified of the impending active shooter threat and evacuated from the scene. At approximately 8:05 p.m., Russell communicated the following message via text message to the other inner circle individual he had been working with to effectuate this crime. Delete those messages about 50. Okay, so I guess 50 would mean 50, the police, right? Now, I have a question. Why is Cash Jones not in jail? Her ass needs to be right there, right next to Don Russell. Or with her cousin, Michael Williams. I'm very confused by that. Now, in accord with Russell's criminal indictment, 50 means police officers. And he was likely referring to Russell's 7:37 p.m. text stating, "The cops may be arriving shortly." So he was referring to deleting that message. Now, according to the complaint, Russell deleted the message from his phone prior to the time law enforcement seized his cell phone in July of 2019. Now, the defendants were ultimately successful in postponing the premiere on December 18th of 2018. The defendants were ultimately successful in postponing the premiere on December 18, 2018, by convincing owners of the establishment and those within it that someone in Newhouse had a gun and was going to shoot up the place. They were successful at intimidating witnesses. Yo! Oh my God! Now I want to know, did Cash Jones say, well, I was directed by Don and Don was directed by R. Kelly. Can you please save my ass and don't put me in jail? I'll tell you everything you need to know. Why is her ass not in an indictment? I'm very confused. Michael Williams, we know he's put away now. He's gone. Richard Arline's gone. Don wants to fight. And he knows he's guilty as hell. I don't know why he's going to continue to fight, so he can get a lot of jail time, I guess. He wants to show R. Kelly that he's his real friend. Now, what happened to these people is horrible. This is not a joke. This is not a game. This shit is not funny. These people were intimidated and scared out of their mind that day. They didn't know what was going on. All because the girls want to speak their truth. All because this needs to be out there and put out into the world. People want to hide it from the world and continue to cover up for R. Kelly. Time is up for R. Kelly. No more covering up for R. Kelly. No more sweeping things under the rug. Survivors will not be silenced anymore. It is time for R. Kelly to sit where he is at and to never go anywhere ever again in life. He did it to himself. Remember that. He did this to himself. Nobody else. He is the head of the octopus. Remember that. Without the head, the tentacles do not move. Without the brain, the body does not move. Remember that. And this is sad. R. Kelly could have really been a legend, but he did this to himself because he couldn't help his sickness.
Or my gun, actually. Why does he have them? He should be picking up my guns.
And everyone around him enabled him. Nobody really loved him. Nobody.
They were also like Chinese, I think. I don't know, Spanish.
Everybody loved money. That's what they loved. And like I said, none of these girls asked to be abused. Yes, they wanted to be there, but they did not ask for the abuse. Yes, they stayed there because they were ultimately afraid to leave. Some of these girls' minds were so warped with all the shit he fed them that they were frozen in time. They couldn't move. Their brains were isolated. They were isolated from the world, period. Those weren't his girlfriends. Those were his slaves. Get it right. Let's stop saying that they were his girlfriends because they weren't. In reality, they weren't. Notably, horrifying threat came after several failed attempts to sabotage the screening and shocked the conscious so greatly that Newhouse was evacuated. The public disclosure of the intimate details of years of sexual assault can sufficiently traumatize even the strongest survivor. You damn right. Moreover, sexual assault affects the community. Therefore, individuals such as plaintiffs Jem Pratts and Roderick Gartrell, family members of a survivor, was just as impacted, particularly since he was tasked with handling the emotional distress he suffered as a result of this incident, but also trying to assist many of the ladies, inclusive of hearing plaintiffs, from leaving the building. These men suffered as well from trying to protect these ladies from leaving the building, putting their lives in jeopardy. If, God forbid, there was someone who was just going to shoot up somebody, standing outside even, not even in the building, going out the building, it could have happened. Their lives were all at risk at that moment. Nobody knew what was going on and what was happening. Everyone there feared for their life. Adding to that was the reasonable belief that they were all about to become victims of a mass shooting who would never see their children and or family members again. Be killed and or permanently harmed is more than anyone should be expected to take. And I agree.
Yo, mom ain't making nothing.
This is especially true because Kelly victims, inclusive of some of herein plaintiffs, were previously threatened, intimidated, harassed, and subjected into silence by Kelly and his inner circle, including Russell, notwithstanding the growing and constantly publicized gun violence. As they were being evacuated from the new house that night, plaintiffs were understandably terrified and exposed to and or suffered severe emotional distress. And as the threat was meant to terrorize, it was foreseeable that plaintiffs would have lasting trauma arising from this criminal act. Significantly, all defendants sought tirelessly to avoid what happened as a result of the airing of Surviving R. Kelly docuseries, which aired over the course of 3 nights from January 3rd, 2019 to January 5th, 2019. Shortly after the docuseries aired, Kelly's record label RCA Jive Records dissolved its working relationship with him. And in February 2019, Kelly was formally charged with 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse. Moreover, Russell was indicted for this crime: conspiracy to threaten physical harm by interstate communication, and other crimes revolving around his misconduct of intimidating other survivors of R. Kelly, as were other associates of Kelly. See complaint U.S. versus Russell. All herein defendants are independently negligent and vicariously liable for the acts and omissions of Russell as described herein. So due to all of Don Russell's acts, everybody in here is included in his shenanigans is going to be, they're all negligent and it's all their fault. But where's Cash Jones? Her ass should be in this. Along with Michael Williams. His name should be in this as well. At all relevant times, Kelly, RSK Enterprise, LLC, and Indie Build Corp. had actually and or legally authority over Russell and are legally liable for his wrongful, negligent, unlawful acts as described more fully herein. At all times relevant hereto, Russell and Indie Build Corp. were employed by an agent thereof defendants for common purpose for promoting, protecting, and increasing the viability and commercial success of R. Kelly brand, which all defendants profited from, which included acts to silence. So, Don Russell was being paid by R. Kelly, huh? R. Kelly paid him? We shall see. Intimidate, threaten, and harass plaintiffs. Upon information and belief, each defendant, whether specifically named or designated herein, was the agent, representative, master, servant, employee, principal, joint venture, of the remaining co-defendants, and in doing the acts alleged herein was acting within course and scope of such agency, employment, joint venture, and service with the approval, knowledge, authority, permission, and consent of the remaining defendants. So they're saying with the approval of R. Kelly, all this happened. Okay? And it says that at all relevant times herein, defendants had the power and the right to exercise control over actions, inactions, and conduct of Russell. And all relevant times, defendants also delegated responsibility for various tasks, including inter alia, perpetually seeking to silence individuals, and the inclusive plaintiffs who sought to reveal the truth about Kelly's criminal abuse and criminal abusive unlawful misconduct. So because of all of his actions, R. Kelly is liable, as well as his business is liable for the actions of Don Russell, because he said he worked for him. He's an employer. He was a manager, a go-to guy. He was all these things for him. And he got paid for it. And the defendant's common purpose is to preserve the reputation of the defendant, R. Kelly's brand. And it says that the defendant made concerted efforts to effect this common purpose, and defendants have equal rights to direct or control the other defendants. So he couldn't control Don Russell, so therefore R. Kelly's in trouble. Because he couldn't control Don Russell. Ain't that a damn bitch? Oh, well. Tis, tis, tis. And the defendants acted in concert via cooperation, ratification, encouragement, and actual concurring conduct, and formatted the common plan to engage in and or participated in, authorized and or directed the very unlawful conduct that this litigation arises from. So because Don Russell had his pom-poms up for R. Kelly, was like, go, R. Kelly, go. We got you, R. Kelly, we got you. You see, give me an R, give me a K, give me an E, give me an L, give me an L, give me a Y. What's that spell, y'all? R. Kelly. Yay! A bunch of fucking crazy fans.
Mom, did you hit your head?
No, the R. Kelly supporters did. That's what they do every day. They put up their pom-poms. Put up some pom-poms, y'all, at the chat. If y'all can, please put up some pom-poms. Thank you for the super chat, shorty. That's right. Inter alia, among other things. Thank you, Miss Esquire. Don't worry, Miss Esquire. You're going to get to break it all down for us later. I'm just reading the gist of all of this crap so that everybody knows what's going on, so that we don't have to break it down later. You could just break it down with introducing the law and how this all works and how this is put together. And you're going to break it down for us in the legalese way, baby. Okay. Thank you, Miss Esquire. Yes. So that's what we're doing over here, mommy, right now. I'm just kind of like reading it, you know, the most important part as to what the lawsuit is about. But we want your legal expertise later on, mommy. So, yes, we will be seeing Miss Esquire at 8 p.m. Tonight, I'm coming back later on, guys. Okay, so get ready for us. All right. So, okay, so okay. All right. The next thing talks about okay, so it also talks about the three individuals. Okay, here it says 3 individuals within R. Kelly's enterprise were arrested for separate schemes to harass, threaten, intimidate, and bribe other survivors of R. Kelly. So in this portion, it's going to give us what the 3 individuals were doing as far as harassing, threatening, intimidating, and bribing of the survivors of R. Kelly, and what was their scheme. All right, so let's see what it says. All right. So it talks about how on August 11th, guys, 2020, 3 separate criminal complaints were filed in federal court in Brooklyn, charging 3 close friends and associates of R. Kelly, Richard Arline Jr., Russell, as we know, Don Russell, aka Don Kalan, right? And Michael Williams, with crimes relating to their efforts to harass, intimidate, threaten, or corrupt individuals named as alleged victims in the racketeering case against R. Kelly. Okay, so you see how they put that together right there, guys? They added them to the racketeering. They are part of the enterprise. They added them to the enterprise, as well as June Brown and Daryl McDavid. They were also indicted in Chicago in the federal trial, conspiracy to obstruct justice, as well as conspiracy to protect R. Kelly and his brand against making child pornography and traveling interstate with videos back and forth. So, yes, R. Kelly was charged as one man in the racketeering, but there was more than one man that was being charged, but they were being charged separate. So for those of you who didn't understand that, please understand that. R. Kelly's co-conspirators were charged separate. Russell, Williams, and Arline were charged separate. June Brown, as well as Daryl McDavid, were charged in another separate case. But they're all part of the enterprise. So one man is not an enterprise, but one man is the CEO and the head of the enterprise, and he can be charged as an individual. That's what happened. Okay? Give me 1 second, guys. I got to check on my food. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. I had to serve lunch to everyone.
No, she's not back. She still has to do one more thing.
What do I have to do?
Make me iced tea.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. And hello, welcome everyone who jumped into the building. Hello, Blade. Hello, Tasha.
Hello.
Hey, Top Notch. What's up, Flawless again? Wings. And I saw Miss Esquire in the building. Who else came up in here? Top Notch. You emailed me already, right? I haven't seen your DM or Facebook. I think you're gonna hit me up on Facebook, mommy. And thank you, Shorty, for the super chat, mama. Hey, The Truth. What's up, mommy? Hey, Black Girl Beauty. What's up, sweetie? Ruby. What's up, mama? Okay, Karen J, Nicole. Unique. What's up, Unique? Okay. Just making sure I got everybody. And if I missed someone, I apologize. Hello, everyone. Yes, Flawless, drop your link. Everybody who's in here. Everyone who's in here, who's a content creator, who has a channel, please drop your link in the chat so that people can follow you. Okay? Flawless, please. You get a chance, drop your link as well. And please, guys, put up Janine's Cash App in the chat as well. I'm gonna get back to reading a little bit, guys. Just give me a moment. I just want to eat a little. I'm hungry. Okay, Top Notch. All right. So as I was saying, guys, that as we know, R. Kelly's other people were charged. Now it says that as Homeland Security Special Agent in charge, Peter C. Fitzhugh unequivocally stated, "These crimes shock the conscience. The men charged today allegedly have shown that there is no line they will not cross to help Kelly avoid the consequences of his alleged crimes, even if it means re-victimizing his accusers. These acts not only fly in the face of human decency, they insult the very rule of law. Homeland Security will continue to bring the full force of our investigative powers to pursue those seeking to attack witnesses and pervert the cause of justice. To the victims of these and other crimes, we stand with you. We will meet your bravery with our resolve to keep you safe, to tell your story. And then it says to see the press release of 3 individuals arrested for separate schemes to harass, threaten, intimidate, and bribe alleged R. Kelly victims. And that was by the Department of Justice, U.S. Attorney Office, Eastern District of New York, on August 12th of 2020. Now, the bribery, intimidation, and violence alleged in these complaints reflects a nationwide pattern of criminality that further victimized civilian witnesses in a federal case. Now, such behavior can never be accepted. And I commend the New York Police Department, NYPD investigators, federal agents, and prosecutors from the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of New York in bringing these charges. Stated NYPD Commissioner Shea. Then it talks about the United States versus Russell. And that Russell was charged with using the mail, the internet, and cellular telephones to cause emotional distress to plaintiffs Faith Rogers and Kelly Rogers by harassing and intimidating them. See affidavit in support of the arrest of U.S. versus Russell, EDNY 2020, and then it has his case number. All right, so as alleged in the complaint, between November and February of 2018 to 2020, Russell and as a self-pronounced manager, advisor, and friend of Kelly, used the mail, telephones, and the internet to harass and intimidate Faith Rogers, a victim in the Kelly case, and Kelly Rogers after Faith Rogers filed a civil lawsuit against Kelly. Now, specifically, Russell threatened to reveal sexual explicit photographs of Faith Rogers and to publicly reveal her sexual history if she did not withdraw her lawsuit against Kelly and cease her participation and association with the organizers of a negative campaign against R. Kelly. So in November 2018, Russell caused a letter with attachment purportedly written by Kelly to be mailed to Faith Rogers, her Brooklyn-based lawyer at the time, and that the attachment included cropped nude photos of her with the following text: the next 2 pictures have been cropped for the sake of not exposing her extremities to the world yet. And he put an emphasis on that yet by putting exclamation points. And we also know that 2018, Russell, using his alias Kalon Don, sent a series of text messages to Faith Rogers and her mother, Kelly Rogers, which contained the same photographs of Faith Rogers stating just a sample: "We will seek criminal charges. You've been warned," as well as publishing soon. And this is Kalon. And then on January 3rd of 2019, he allegedly sent additional text messages to the plaintiffs, Faith and Kelly Rogers, stating that pull the plug or you'll be exposed. And then on January 6th, Russell, using the Kalon Dunn alias, created a Facebook page named Surviving Lies, a play on the title of Lifetime Surviving R. Kelly documentary, and posted screenshots of text messages between Kelly and Faith Rogers, which contained the same sexually explicit photographs of the young woman. Then in the United States versus Michael Williams is another close associate of Kelly's. Williams was charged with using and attempting to use intimidation and threats against an alleged victim in the Kelly case, with intent to influence, delay, and prevent her testimony in Kelly's case. Affidavit support arrest warrant, U.S. versus Williams, EDNY, and then his case number. And the complaint also charges Williams with maliciously damaging and destroying a vehicle by means of fire and explosives. Okay, we all know what happened there. Okay. And that on June 11th, Williams, a relative of an individual who once served as the publicist for Kelly, set fire to a SUV outside a residence in Florida where an alleged victim in the Kelly case and others were staying. Now, the vehicle leased by the victim's father was heavily damaged. And fire investigators also detected an accelerant along the outside perimeter of the residence. So this guy wanted to burn the house down along with the car and everybody up in it. And that cell site records, surveillance footage, toll records, photographs, and internet searches for the victim's address was revealed that Williams had driven from Georgia to Florida residence with intent to cause the damage. Then it goes to talk about Richard Arline and his case, and how Arline was charged with attempting to unlawfully persuade the testimony of an alleged victim in the case, identified in the complaints as Jane Doe, and engaging in misleading conduct towards the victim with intent to influence, delay, and prevent her testimony in the Kelly case. And then affidavit supports the arrest of U.S. versus Arline Jr., Eastern District, New York, and then his case number. In addition, he was charged with bribing the victim with something of value with the intent to influence her testimony as a witness upon trial, hearing, and or other proceedings. Okay. It says that between January 9th and June of 2020, Junior, a self-proclaimed longtime friend of Kelly, attempted to illegally influence the cooperation and testimony of the alleged victim in the Kelly case. After learning Arline Jr.'s plan, the victim contacted law enforcement, and the supervision of law enforcement authorities continued to communicate with him. So during a series of consensually recorded telephone calls, as well as in calls and text messages captured pursuant to judicially authorized wiretaps, Arline Jr. discussed a scheme in which the victim would receive compensation, including a proposed payment of $500,000 to keep her from cooperating with the government. And during one of the recorded phone calls, Arline claimed that he had communicated with R. Kelly on a three-way phone call with another individual while Kelly was incarcerated. And the intercepted communications also included Arline discussing plans to pay the victim to be quiet, explaining that if I had a way to talk to Rob, being next to him and telling him what's going on without nobody listening to, no feds, no nobody, he's going to pay her. He's going to pay her off to be quiet because she's got too much. She's got too much. Okay, so, okay. Then it goes on to continue talking about that, about his inner circle. Okay. Now, later on tonight, we will continue from this page. All right, well, because this is basically here what we're going to talk about. Okay. And the first cause of action: negligence, recklessness, gross negligence against all defendants. So this is basically like part of the suit and what it's talking about. Let's see how long it is so that I can read it. And then, like I said, Miss Esquire will help break this all down to us and tell us exactly what this all means. Yeah, so I guess we can read these last 10 pages with her. All right, so I'm gonna leave it here. What page was this? Okay, what page is this? This is page 30, and it says 46. So, yeah, at least 10 pages. We'll do, at least go through some of the 10 pages just to kind of, I'll skim through it and she can kind of break it down as we go along. So let me remember page 30. Yeah, I'm gonna see how I can I pin that? Where is pin? Oh no, it's pinned. Okay. All right. Oh my God, thank you, Unique. Oh my God, thank you, Unique. Hello?
Hi, is this Miss Garcia?
Yes, this is she. Hold on one moment. Okay. Thank you, Unique, so much. Give me one moment, sir.
Yeah, sure, take your time.
Thank you, Unique. Thank you, baby. God bless you, Mama. Merry Christmas. Thank you, guys. Okay, so I am going to leave it here, and then later on tonight, we will go over the rest of this with Miss Esquire and our special guest. Okay? All right, guys. I love yous. I will talk to yous later. Let me leave yous with my intro. Hold on, y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, lend me your ears and your eyes. Diva Divine Light, live from Brooklyn, New York. Don't delay in what you saying, yo. So it's my down every what the dilly, yo. When I be on my guess I do my duty, yo. While up in the club, every while in the studio. You don't wanna vibe, me nigga, really and truly, yo. My main thug nigga named Moody, yo. He moody, yo. I'm a nigga that'll slap me with the toolie, yo. Bitch niggas scared to death at studio. Fuck that, nigga shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way you take it, nigga, wanna get all in the booty, yo. But don't delay in what you saying, yo. Diva Divine Light.